Hello everyone, welcome back to the Creator Shelf, and you're joining me for Vlogmas. Yes, we have another few more prompts to do. So it's been a cold, beautiful day in Brussels. A huge mist descended upon the city sometime last night. I woke up at about 6 in the morning, and I don't know about you, but if you live in a city, there's this feeling around 5 or 6 a.m. where everything is just so quiet still, like things aren't stirring so much. There's this night energy, it's ethereal, I love it. And the fog had descended, and I just remember looking out, looking out the window going, oh God, this is beautiful. And then the day was wonderful as well, because I needed to go somewhere, and just walking through the fog, the architecture changes. There's something very nice about Gothic architecture on a cold winter's day. Oh, yeah, that's just me. But anyway, without further ado, you are joining me for Vlogmas. Before I go on to the prompts though, I just want to mention a couple of things. So at the beginning of this week, I know that Katie Flowers had posted a video on internet and internet safety and scammers, basically, because someone is impersonating her and then approaching people for readings on Instagram. So Katie's video covers a lot, and it's great, and she also talks about how to deal with it, what to do, etc., etc., which is fantastic. Nancy from Paper Moon Tarot also did a video which is all about safety for us as tarot tubers. So if anybody's doing tarot tube, I would definitely recommend checking out her video too. So I will link them both below so you can go and watch them. And Nancy makes some really good points, and I think they were both very, very valid. I just want to add an experience that I've had on Instagram, which is, first of all, I've noticed that because I am a huge fan of the Crow Tarot, so as you all know, so I follow MJ Cullinan, who's the creator of the Crow Tarot. And MJ Cullinan has put out an email, like I think she sent an email in when I emailed her for something, and also on her Instagram that she is now being copied. So it's not just tarot tubers with big audiences that are being copied on Instagram, it is now deck creators too. And basically those scammers are then approaching her audiences offering readings. So that's one. And then the other one is that I personally had the experience of a publishing house being copied by a scammer and then approaching me, offering me a reading. So I just want to put it out there that it's not just tarot tubers, it's publishing houses and deck creators that are being, also their identity is being scammed. And I think right now it's readings, but let's just be all aware. Next thing it could be they're offering workshops, or they're offering decks basically, and I don't know, discounted or whatever. They're offering accessories that go with our kind of like whatever we're doing. There's like a plethora of things that these scammers could try and convince us that they're the real deal. I know from a lot of us that none of us really actually, I don't know anyone who solicits for readings. Those are not genuine for me creators in that sense. Of course, what's separate is, if I've bought something from a publishing house and they have a newsletter and I've joined it, they might let me know, that they've got a new whatever coming out. That's something else. But just so you're aware, I know no one who solicits for readings. And let's also just be aware that today it's readings, tomorrow it could be something else. My personal approach to all of these things is I don't even bother opening the email. I just see it in my inbox and it just goes into the delete pile. I don't even want to bother. I know that those people are scammers basically. So anyway, that was just my short interlude on this issue, and now I'm going to go into Vlogmas, so thank you for listening. So okay, so the Vlogmas prompts, so this is Vlogmas 2021, hosted by Papa Squirrel, hosted here and on Instagram. So thank you so much, Brian, for giving us these lovely prompts that make us think and pull cards. So prompt number 14, because I've got to go back a few days, is ornament. What holds you up that you don't think enough about? So I am using again my very trusted Lightseers deck. That's it. This deck has become value for money for me, that's for sure. I didn't plan on using it for Vlogmas, but that's what's happening. So normally what you see me shuffling the cards and then pulling a card, which is what I would like to do for this video. the only thing is this is the second time I'm shooting this video. So I'd already pulled all the cards, and they were pretty good cards, to be quite honest with you. So without further ado, I'm just going to go into the card that I actually pulled the first time I did this video. And the card that I got for ornament, what holds me up, that I don't really think a lot about, and it was just amazing because I was like, what is that? And I think of that as like appreciating something that I don't still appreciate so much. And I got the Sun card. I got this beautiful, beautiful Sun card, and I'm just like, yes, that is so much me. I'm someone that, you know, I'm like, I love summer, right? Because I'm born in October. I'm a Scorpio. And so at summer, at spring, literally at spring, when that Taurian energy comes through, I feel that's like at my heightened power. It's almost like that's when like I'm really out of my chrysalis stage. I'm sorry, the cat's just jumped up somewhere. I'm out of my chrysalis stage. I'm really energized. And of course, that's when the sun is really, really getting strong, right? In the Northern Hemisphere. And I absolutely love it. But actually, now that I think about this card a little bit further, I also realized the sun is so important to us in the winter. It's still providing that vitamin D, even on a cold, misty day that we had this morning. Today, that sun just, you know, it really does, like, it creates the mist, actually. It creates kind of like that fog that comes in. We need that solar energy to affect the oceans, to affect the seas, and bring that water inland. And I just don't appreciate it enough. I'm also, as you all know, I absolutely love my astronomy. And I was just watching recently, you know, the discovery of how this particular galaxy has been made, the Milky Way has been made, and its collision with another galaxy has just been so fascinating to hear and discover the new theories that have come out from astronomers on the creation of the Milky Way and where we are as, you know, as this solar system within that whole creation. So I just can't get enough of kind of like my planetary energy. I don't know how else to put it. I'm such like, there's something about this kind of like aspect towards what we think of as spirituality, using the tools, whether it be tarot or crystals or I don't know, Reiki and all of that stuff. For me, like, it's the astrology and the astronomy that really just still captures me. So happy to see this, actually. Okay, and then the next prompt, there you go, was Slay. Day number 15 was Slay. How has the chariot been impactful to you this year? So this was a really tough one because I've had a really, really strange year, and it's got to do a lot with personal issues as well as evolution professionally. Let's just put it that way. And I definitely am one of those that was impacted by the coronavirus in many different ways. You know, I'm not just talking about the virus, I'm talking about lifestyle, but I think many of us have been, basically. So I think for me, the chariot, really, I just couldn't feel the presence, to be quite honest with you. I was just like, this question, I didn't feel like I was going anywhere this year. Anyway, so when I first shuffled this, because normally you see me shuffle this, you know, I've got my deck and I've got my cards and I'm shuffling away. When I first shuffled this, right, this is the card that I pulled, so I'm just now going to grab it for you all. I got the moon, and I was like, wow. And this really just sums it up. I am definitely someone that has had a year of the moon. It has really been a year where I've been in my shadows. I've been in that under the water surface, under the surface of the water, really feeling the depths of those tidal energies. And you know, as a Scorpio, I'm like a fixed sign, right? I'm a fixed water sign. And for me, you know, what that conjures up is like still waters run deep, you know, really an energy of where the eels live, you know, an energy of glaciers and what's below those glaciers, and the energy of kind of like what's below, like the the iceberg, you know, the iceberg, 4/5 of it is below the surface. And that really, for me, always reminds me of my Scorpionic energy. That's really where it lives, within those stillness. And when you think nothing is shifting, it is stirring. But anyway, this really has been very true for me. It has been a year where all of that will and all of that drive ended up having to go beneath the surface and just really have to take into account some of the changes that my life is going through. And that meant it wasn't so much about external drive, it was very much about internal reflection, but also internal getting quiet and acknowledging some of the most deepest patterns, I think, of my life. And that makes a lot of sense, actually, around the time that I'm living, the age that I'm at, and everything that's going on. So it's just been another tremendous year of just change, but this time the change has been very, very calm and inward. Okay, so I've had the sun and I've had the moon. I mean, it was just like, oh my God, these cards are fantastic. I do really, really like Sia's deck. So the next one was, okay, day number 16, so that was yesterday. Snowball, what do you protect? And when I saw this prompt, what first came to mind was time. I'd like to try and protect my time. But honestly speaking, I don't think that really is true. I think more than anything, what I like to protect is my priorities. I believe that if I get my priorities right, I'm okay. And there are times when I don't get them right, and then I'm all over the place. So I really, really try to focus and harness on what are my priorities, what am I trying to set out to do, and it's not perfect, but I try. And I pulled a card for this one as well because I was like, still not sure about it. And the card that I got this time was, I got the Queen of Cups, and I was like, okay, now it makes sense to me. And I just realized, you know, whenever I'm a Scorpio, I guess it's like, it's really speaking to me, this deck right now. And I'm someone that really needs to protect my emotions and make sure that they're contained within that huge vessel that she holds, right? I mean, usually on the RWS, it's that massive cup, and it's the claws on the sides of the cups that I absolutely love. It's like, and those claws look a little bit like angels to me as well. But those, you know, that cup and holding it, and the fact that she's on that throne with the cherubs always reminds me of like my emotions, of like that childlikeness and those mermaids and mermen, and then you know, being able to hold those emotions in that vessel. And in the Light Seers, what I absolutely love and adore is that that bowl is balancing on the surface of the water, and then she's, you know, half of her's under the water, and this is just amazing. I mean, when I looked at this slightly and I looked at the way she was sitting, I was like, is she starting to turn into a mermaid? I don't know. But, you know, there's something about that that's a little bit murky. But I just like the fact that she's looking towards the sun, or towards light. She's looking towards like the heavens upwards. And yet she's, you know, merged. She's below the surface as well. She's half below the surface. And I emerged, and I just love that. I just love this, the fact that she can hold her own, and it's almost like that cup is having the potency and the power of the hold that she has, basically. And that reminds me, you know, that what I need to always work on is making sure that I hold and keep that cup and that bowl on that balance, so I know how to hold my emotions in that sense. So just a really great card for this prompt. Thank you, Light Seers. And then, so finally, the last question, which I am going to shuffle with you all, is going to be Carol. I couldn't read them by writing. Carols, what song brings you joy and why? Well, okay, so whenever I think of Christmas and I think of songs, rather than carols, I absolutely love, not absolutely love, sorry, I absolutely always think about pop songs, because I used to work in a department store when I was a teenager. You know, in between like studying and everything, my weekends were at a department store. And Christmas and then New Year is like the most manic time, because it's just a complete mayhem during the day. And then, like, you know, the day after, the next crew has to clean up the day. Oh God, it's just, oh, it's horrible. And anyway, I remember, like, you know, the years that I worked there, sometimes it had the same Christmas carols on repeat, not Christmas carols, sorry, Christmas songs, like pop songs on repeat. And the one that just comes to mind is Slade, you know, Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh my God, like that song, I just know all the lyrics to it. And anyway, so that comes to mind when I think of Christmas. But anyway, I don't put on a lot of Christmas songs. That's the one thing I don't do so much. I watch a lot of Christmas movies. But okay, so what would the Lightseer say? I think I'm going to take this as entertainment and that kind of thing. So what is the Lightseers going to show me in terms of entertainment for Christmas or Yule or winter solstice or whatever you're celebrating? So here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And I have, what do I get? Oh, I get the Six of Cups. I get nostalgia. And I get like, think about childhood. Oh yeah, this is so cool. Yeah. I am someone that likes to reminisce, and definitely. And oh, I've got a lot of cup thing going on, aren't I? It's like a lot of cup energy coming out. A lot of Scorpio energy coming through actually today. I've had like the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups, of course. Oh yeah, this is definitely one of my cards, definitely. You know, a lot of Scorpio in there. So yeah, just, I think in terms of entertainment, you know, I've already talked about those cheesy Hallmark movies, right? And it's true, like, I also like to watch the other kind of Christmas movies. Let me get, like, there's Die Hard. That's a Christmas movie. Yeah, Lethal Weapon as well. It's a Christmas movie. The first one, right? The first one is a Christmas movie. Yeah, I like those 80s movies. It's like, I'm so old. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be leaving you with this nostalgia of the Six of Cups today, and you know, and all the joy that it brings, and also treasuring the memories. I love it. He's with that little puppy, and then they grow old together, and that's like the feeling I've got right now between me and my cat. You know, everything we've gone through, and it's been a really long journey. He's 15, so it's been a long journey with him, and I hope to have some more time with him, but I still give him lots of cuddles all the time. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Please take care of yourselves, especially as we've just talked about internet safety. Take care of yourselves. I will link Katie Flowers, I can't speak today, her video below. I will link Nancy's video below. One of the things I just want to say is I'm so enjoying Vlogmas. Thank you, Brian, for doing this, because you know, there is moments where, like at the weekends and stuff like that, where I get a cup of coffee and I'm like, I'll just check other people, you know, just watching other people's Vlogmas basically, and it's fun, and it's just so positive, and I don't know, there's a community feel to it. So anyway, I will see you all soon tomorrow. I think it's gonna be tomorrow already. I have another video for something else that I'm doing. So more of me tomorrow, but until then, have a lovely day or evening wherever you are, and I will see you all soon. Thank you for joining me.